How's it going, Twitch? My name is Skull, and on behalf of Eastasiasoft, welcome to today's stream. Today, I am back playing some more Schildmaid MX with a very special guest. I have on here today on stream with me one of the developers of this game, as well as another developer who will be joining us in the text chat on Twitch. Everyone say hello to Mikael. Hi, Mikael. How are you doing?
Hi, Skull. Very happy to be here. Thanks very much.
I'm glad that you're here with us. So, before I hop into the game, and just found out a minute ago, as we were just talking about, this game has an opening crawl that I didn't know about, so we get to read this too. Anyway, Mikael, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone listening who you are and what your job was in helping to make this game happen.
Yeah, my name is Michiel. I'm the, let's say, lead game designer of Schildmaid MX, and co-owner of development outfit Hippie Studio. And Schildmaid MX is the first game that me and my good friend, who's in the chat, yeah, there he is. Good morning, guys, he says. It's morning for him because he's in Japan right now. It's like 7 a.m. there right now.
Yeah, my goodness.
Ela is also there. Hi. Yeah, and so me and him got together like years ago already, wanting to start a game development studio, and Schildmaid MX was the first game that we actually managed to finish and put out.
Wow, this is your first game? Wow, it is amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we are very proud of it, we have to say, you know?
So, Alter Howdigan, is that Hans in the chat?
Yeah, that's
all right.
him, yeah. And he's the tech lead on this game. He did all the programming work and co-game design, I have to say as well, because we like to get into deep and heated discussions about game mechanics and game design and everything. So it's not just me saying like, okay, make this and he'll program it. No, there's lots of discussion going back and forth on every little detail.
Yeah, okay. Well, hello Hans, and hello also first-time chatter Elec Roder, and everyone else. We got 10 people watching the stream right now, and it just started. Well, let me go ahead and actually start playing the game. So last time I played, I cleared Jaeger mode, and unbelievably, I'm still top 10 on the leaderboard. Wow.
Look at that number 1 score and the number 2 score.
Yeah, now. I'm looking at those. Wow, that is those are way better than I am. That's all I gotta say.
The number 1 score is me.
Oh, okay. So
I started playing on the PS5 version as well.
Well,
it's not just me, because me and my 16 or 16 no 15-year-old son share basically the main account.
Okay.
And he's been playing on it as well.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm also number 4 on Krieger mode, and I wasn't even trying all that hard on that. So if I were to try it again today, I could probably get a better score. And then I also
for sure. Yeah.
I also tried EX Jaeger mode, and not many people have tried that yet.
No.
I unlocked EX Jaeger, and I decided, let me just try it once to see what happens. Oh yeah, no, that is way harder.
Yeah. No, it's you'll definitely catch on to the game.
Yeah.
We designed it in a way that it's very rewarding for score chasers, and scoring and survival in the game, meaning staying alive and actually clearing the game, go kind of hand in hand, because you want to be absorbing lots of bullets and get a shield combo going, also to just stay alive and to power up quickly. But also that's the key to scoring high in the game. But as you get better at the game, you'll start to figure out that making those numbers go up further, you have to start taking some risks, and that means like leaving more enemies alive on screen so you can absorb more bullets, for example.
Yeah, no,
those kind of tricks, you know?
It was very fun trying to figure this game out the last time I played it, because it's very unique where you want to get hit.
Yeah, that was the whole idea behind it. What if there would be a shoot 'em up in which you want to get hit?
Well, we got quite a few people in the chat here. Let me try and start from the top. Well, I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Got a lot of first-time chatters in the chat today. Just, I see you. Hi. Let's see. So we have a question from RJF9. Mikael, what was your inspiration for the style? Also, do you know Rudd Lubbers? And I'm going to go ahead and start run through of Krieger mode. And
I'll try to answer RJF9's questions with a straight face, because you know, to tell just between you and me, we mobilize the troops a little bit on our Discord and everything. So that's why also you see a lot of first-time chatters right now.
Yeah. Hello to everyone.
Yeah. So excuse all the stupid inside jokes that you will be fired at you in the chat.
No problem.
So yeah, RJF9. The inspiration for the style, if you mean the visual style, we kind of like started prototyping the game using cribbed sprites from Gradius for the NES. So I guess that sort of like idea kind of stuck, and the overall art direction is not something that I was too heavily involved in. It was the one-man art department that we work with together with Hans, and they sort of like settled on this pre-rendered graphics, but combined with like thick pixel chunks sort of style. And I was very happy with it. Yeah, it just sort of grew from organically, kind of, and over time it has actually been refined quite a lot. Like the alpha version is, when you look back at it right now, it looks very different almost from what is there now. And also our main art guy, he's a massive fan of everything like Star Wars, the concept artist for Star Wars, and Bungie. So you see some visual influences from those sort of IPs in the enemies and sort of like the overall aesthetics of our game. But then, you know, very pixely.
Yeah, okay. See, just still trying to get my audio balanced here. I think we got it now. What's the adjective by which we described a Schildmaid player? Schildmaidener, a Schildmaestro, Schilderino. That's funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Yeah, I never gave that too much thought yet, so thanks for that question, Acting.
Something to consider. Oh, that rock was solid, by the way. Just ask me how
solid
I know.
As a rock. Like
so, something I'm curious about that we were talking about before the stream is that you said that there's, what, over 50 levels, or 50 exactly, something like that? And a lot of them, most players are never going to be able to see because some of them are in endless. That's a lot of levels for a shoot 'em up. How did you go about designing all of them and making them different, and just what was the process of that?
It was a long process over an extended period of time, and for this particular update, which is the 3.0 update, which is the console release, we added 2 more modes, which means that the levels can theoretically go even higher, so I had to design more stages for it. And it's this thing where, yeah, maybe most people will never get to see all of the stages that I handcrafted, and the later ones get absolutely insane. Like, I'm not even able to clear those. But you know, you never know. Like, there might be that one player that actually like puts in the time and actually gets that far. So it needs to be there for those elite few players, right? That get that far.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it'll be a big reward for them too.
Exactly. We could sort of jokingly have installed a kill screen or something like those old arcade games, but no, it's there's something of it there, and those stages, like the let's say those really late stages, you'll get to theoretically see them in the Chimera mode and the EX Chimera mode, and those, because they some of the later stage concepts are pretty interesting, we decided like, okay, let's include some of those concepts into a short 10 minute mode, which is the Seeger mode, which is basically one long stage, and it includes some of those late game stage concepts, but then sort of rebalanced for the regular ships. Because the Chimera mode, you actually play with a very overpowered ship, with a fourth ship that you don't get to play in the regular modes.
Okay.
And a lot of it was just like, yeah, I guess just letting my creativity run wild and using all the pools of assets that we had and the sort of like enemy and stage concepts in wilder and wilder sort of arrangements. Like if, for example, like normally most of the time you'll be in shield mode in this game, right? Or at least that's the idea.
Yeah.
So for a very late stage, I had this idea of, okay, what if you lose your shield in this area and there will be no enemies that shoot bullets for an extended period of time? You're gonna have to survive without a shield. So those kinds of situations you get into in the late game stages, and that is also a section you'll find in the Seeger mode, 10-minute mode kind of.
Yeah, I think I came across that when I was playing earlier too. Just I lost my shield and I saw very few bullets that could reactivate it. So
so you start playing with the whole mechanics and with the whole idea more and more. You know?
Yeah.
Creativity equals sadism, says Alter Houdingen.
Well, Hans recommended that I turn on enemy outlines for this stage since I'm not used to it yet, and that was a good suggestion. I'm able to see the enemies a lot easier now. It was really nice, you guys.
Background.
It was really nice, you guys, to include all sorts of accessibility options for people who need them, or even just people like me who aren't really good at video games. So, very much appreciated.
I mean, we watched your last stream and you did pretty well.
I appreciate that, but I was also playing on, what was it, Jaeger mode, which is, you know, baby's first shoot 'em up, essentially, so.
Yeah, but you can make it pretty spicy already, that mode, you know?
Yeah.
A little known fact about the game is that there is a hidden difficulty modifier, like a dynamic difficulty or rank, which we call in the shmup scene. So, like, if you clear stages without dying, the game will become more difficult under the hood.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
I also saw that there's secret bosses that you can unlock under certain conditions. I couldn't help but notice I didn't match any of those conditions because I never got a single secret boss, so.
Yeah, and there's also like harder routes even in Jaeger mode. If you start catching on, like you can start accessing like more difficult routes as well.
Okay, let me see. I'm in between stages now, so this is a good chance to catch up on the chat here. First of all, hi everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. Let's see. Actane points out, can't everyone see those stages in training mode? I assume the really, really hard ones.
Yeah, but you cannot just see them by default. I was actually breaking my brain a little bit, a comment that Actane made, because you actually have to get to them first before you can start practicing them.
Got it. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I had to check. Like, how did that work again? But yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, if you reach them once, then you can keep on practicing.
Yeah. So this is. I can't remember if, and I might have, but I can't remember if I played another game like this where you want to get hit. Where did that concept come from? I mean, it's essentially the core mechanic of the game. It's such a unique one. And so cool. I really love it.
I think the way that we did it, I haven't seen personally myself, and I'm a pretty big fan of the genre. But it's definitely influenced by other games in the genre to some degree. There's a game called Cyverior by a company called Success, in which you power up by flying very close to enemy bullets, which is called the grazing mechanic.
Right.
So you basically start powering up and leveling up the closer you are to enemy bullets, and that's a real like pixel perfect bullet hell type of game, you know?
Yeah.
So with a tiny hitbox and like really like grazing those bullet curtains. But I think the main inspiration for this came from a game called UN Squadron by Capcom, also known as Area 88.
Oh, I love that game.
Right, and you probably are familiar with the Super Nintendo version of that, right?
Yeah.
Because that has a very strange, like, sort of health system. You actually have a health bar in that game, and if you get hit, you don't immediately die, but you enter, like, you get some iframes, and then you enter, like, a danger period or a danger state. And if you get hit during that danger state, then you lose a life. But if you survive, then you're, like, let's say, back in the game, and you can keep on playing, but your health bar is diminished.
Yeah.
And that is sort of the thing that got my brain going and thinking, like, what if you actually want to get hit, so you get some short invincibility frames and you can pass through immovable objects or something like that, and then you have to deal with the danger period as a consequence of that. That's the, let's say, the core inspiration for this game. But then it grew into this whole like the iframes became a full-on shield, and and then we started thinking of like, oh, it would be cool if you could actually increase the invisibility period. So that's where the enemy chaining when your shield is active came from. Like, you can make your shield last longer by continuing to kill enemies within little time windows. That's how all of that sort of originated.
Okay. Kind of struggling here right now.
No problem. Yeah, the gloves are off in this mode, and there's no like save state checkpoints like in Jaeger mode.
Okay.
This is the mode that once you start playing for real.
Yeah, this is where it all falls apart for me. So let's see.
So one answer I still owed Actin is, what do you call somebody who's a Schildmaid player? Well, the cool thing is you can decide yourself what you want to call yourself, because every time you get achievements in the game, or trophies, or whatever you want to call them, you get little player titles. You can select those, and the next time you upload a high score, that title will display next to your name on the leaderboard.
Yeah, my current okay, so when it says retry from beginning, it means like the beginning of Krieger mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That case, I'm gonna go back to main menu. So, my current title is Golden Boy.
Yeah.
So
you gotta love it.
Yeah. I had defaulted to Jaeger and didn't realize that I could change my title until the very end of the last stream, so I missed out on that.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Currently 4th place for Krieger mode, not bad. I love how your title is anti-authoritarian.
That's right.
I take it that's a really hard one to get.
It's not too hard, but you gotta be playing for a little while to get it. It's basically, you get it if you mind me spoiling that, how you get it?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you unlock the secret boss of Jaeger mode, or it's in Krieger mode as well, the same boss is in there, in either of those two modes, and you defeat it, you get that title.
I'm going to try playing EX Jaeger mode again, because last time I only tried it and didn't really try all that hard, so I'm going to try again here. You got like a higher amount of levels power levels for your ship, so you can become more powerful. But yeah, the game is much more difficult, and there's all sorts of enemies in the EX modes that aren't, or at least 2 enemy types in these EX modes that are not in the regular modes. Oh, and yeah, I mean, look at this. Immediately is just so much harder.
Yeah. And those enemies, they are corrupted enemies, so they fire like green projectiles and green stuff that shuts down your shield immediately when you touch it. So it's pretty nasty stuff.
Oof.
You might also want to try, I guess, like this ship is actually pretty much an expert level ship.
Okay.
The Wyvern. It's
So
a
I
cool
should-
ship, but you have to be pretty aggressive and up in enemies' faces. It does a lot of concentrated damage. If you pick, for example, the Hydra ship, the middle ship, it has like more homing missiles and everything, so you can decide where you want to be on the screen a little bit more, and your homing missiles will take out a lot of threats on screen. And you can
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll
clear
do
the screen.
that.
Yeah, I think that might get you a bit further.
Do I know it's the hardest ship? Well, I do now.
Yeah.
But it was the default. That's
Yeah.
all I got.
So you're playing this on the PS5, right?
Yes, I am.
I also want to do a bit of streaming on my own channel, and we actually are working on launch day to do a stream from the National Video Game Museum in the Netherlands, which has like a massive arcade, which I'll be sitting in front of. But I was working like 4 or 5 hours of troubleshooting to get my, like, let's say, console capturing via my laptop working, because I was just doing a little bit of testing today. I have like an old Elgato HD, not even an HD 60, you know?
Right.
And yeah, there was lots of like downgrading of. I think I had to like downgrade my version of OBS because that just didn't recognize the Elgato HD, so I had to go through a 32-bit version. It was a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
And I finally also, like all the time, when I finally managed to get the Elgato recognized and get an image, it was like losing signal every few seconds. And especially what tripped me out was I lost signal when the screen started getting hectic, or when I started doing something other than sitting in the menus. And then I found out, because I was trying to capture from the Switch too, the screen refresh rate is set to 120 hertz. And the resolution was way too high. So now I finally managed to get it all working by basically setting the Switch manually to 720p and 60 hertz.
Yeah, I feel like the Elgato HD was my first capture card as well.
Right.
I have a 60S now, and then I also have an internal 4K card in my computer, which takes everything. I love it so much.
Yeah, great.
But yeah, no,
I
I've
might
had
have to
computer problems
upgrade.
myself. About a month ago now, for no reason whatsoever, my computer just refused to turn on, and I still don't know why. While I was trying to figure out why it wasn't turning on, I was taking out components inside and trying to fix them, and at some point I bent the pins on my CPU, which meant I had to get a replacement CPU. And when I got it and put it in, it just started working, and I still don't know why. And I haven't had an issue since, so who knows?
Sometimes it's just like weird magic stuff, you know?
Yeah, I've
Sometimes
learned
defies
not to
explanation.
question modern technology. Just when it works, be happy.
Exactly. Yeah, I was not happy working for 4 or 5 hours on getting the whole thing working.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a little bit of test recording, and it's not great that I capture at 720p. But on the other hand, it seems to affect the bitrate a little bit better, because our game is a real bitrate killer. You know, all the effects, all the explosions, all the particles on screen really do a number on the bitrate.
Yeah, I hope that everyone watching the stream sees everything just fine, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got through the first level of EX Jaeger mode. Yay. I feel like there was something I was about to ask you. Real talk. Oh, on PlayStation 5, does the game hit 120 frames per second?
I think that's a question for Alter Houdeg, and I'm not 100% sure right now. I think it's 60, but he can correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, I'm only playing
on
in
PC
60, so...
Right. Because on PC it's 120 in the current Steam version, but yeah, that might not be the case for the console version. maybe Alter Houding will be able to tell us.
I know this is going to sound blasphemous to most people, but I've always been perfectly happy with 60.
Yeah. My teenage son swears he can tell the difference pretty easily.
I can tell the difference,
I can also,
but I don't know. I've always felt that 60 was perfectly respectable. Although, that being said, I grew up on the Nintendo 64, and a lot of those games were 30 and even 20, so maybe my standards are just too low. I don't know.
And then in our territory, in PAL territory, the frame rate was even lower because of the slower screen refresh rate.
Yeah. You guys had 50 hertz instead of 60.
Exactly, yeah. So 10-12% slower, everything.
Yeah. Noisy Ether says, Schildmaid MX2 win.
Yeah. Something like that is in the cards, but when? Yeah, that's still a little bit too early to tell.
So,
really
just so everyone knows, when is this game releasing on consoles? That's the whole reason why we're playing it today and why you're here with me, is to advertise the console release. So when is that?
That's right. That is this Wednesday, right? Coming Wednesday.
Next week, I think. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, wow, just a few days away. Are you excited?
Really excited. It's it's been really crazy. I mean, the Steam version we published ourselves.
Yeah.
But just seeing the store pages pop up already with our humble game on it has been quite a trip already, you know?
Yeah, and
then of course East Asia Soft is doing a physical release as well for the Switch, which is crazy exciting. Me as an old time gamer, I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, it's being released physically on what platforms?
Nintendo Switch only for now.
Okay, well, Switch collectors are going to be very happy though.
Yeah, we sure hope so.
Yeah, and I say that as a Switch collector, so.
And I think in the stream, your first stream, you might not have been aware that the game was coming out for Xbox as well.
Oh, okay. So, cool. So basically,
PS5,
any platform on.
Yeah.
Any platform you can play games on, you'll be able to play this.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe not mobile or nothing like that. Yeah, but the let's say the big platforms were all on them from Wednesday.
That's so exciting. You said this is version 3, I believe?
Yeah, this is 3.0. We originally launched a 1.0 version on itch.io.
Okay.
Like really independent. And then we updated that within a month or two to a 1.2 version. Then the Steam release was in 2023, which was the 2.0 version. And now this is the 3.0 version. And basically it has 2 extra modes. A lot of refinements over 2.0 version, and also a lot of a little bit of balancing here and there.
Yeah,
rebalance.
I think I'm gonna borrow a quote from George Lucas. He said, "Films are never finished; they are just released." And I feel like the same can be said about video games, is that
I think so, yeah.
They're never finished. They're never quite the way that you want them to be, but eventually you gotta just put it out there for people to play.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, I mean that 1.0 version was pretty much a complete game. It was value for money, but we just added a lot more over time. Because we were working on these different releases anyway. First the Steam release, then the console releases.
Yeah. And there is a lot here. This is a big game with a lot to do.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of time, for sure. It's and especially if you get into the scoring of it, there's many hours you can spend on it.
Yeah, I mean, I was unlocking so many trophies left and right on PlayStation during my last stream, and then by the end of it, it was still like less than half of everything. So,
yeah,
There's just a
Yeah,
lot.
there's the system-wide trophies and achievements, and then there's the in-game trophies and
Yeah.
achievement. For Steam, they're one and the same, but on the consoles, they're let's say it's a little bit you get your platinum a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But then there's still a lot of in-game achievements to get.
Yeah, and when you get those achievements, you unlock the different titles as well that
That's
you
right,
can
yeah.
display on the leaderboard. Of which I am still on the leaderboard for some reason unknown even to me. I assume
It's still
once this
released
game,
still, right?
I assume once this game properly releases, I will be very quickly knocked off.
Not if you keep playing, that is. You know?
So, how long did it take you guys to actually make the game, do you think?
So the first 1.0 version we spent about a year on making, and we were at it pretty consistently. You know, like not
Yeah.
a week went by in which we were not working on the game. Mind you, this is not our full-time job, so we did this next to our regular day jobs and everything. And then, let's say the later versions, I spent some work on it because of you know, creating the extra stages and what have you. But Hans did a lot of the extra programming work there because of the conversion process and everything. You know, for example, the switch port, he spent an extended period of time on to make that run as smooth as it can be. So
Yeah.
we didn't want to sacrifice visuals or performance, of course. So yeah, he spent a lot of time
Optimizing,
optimizing it.
Yeah, and I just gotta say, thanks for that. I know a lot of people who have Switches who will be very happy for that. So
Yeah, we ourselves love our Switches as well and love collecting little plastic cards for them.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, it was important to us as well that it would not be a very inferior version, or it's not an inferior version, point blank.
Right. And I bet you're very excited to be able to own one of those little plastic cartridges of a game that you made here.
Yeah, that's really crazy. That's insane.
So there's a lot of enemies. There's a lot of There's the. I want to talk about the visuals actually for a second here.
Right.
I mean, the backgrounds. I'm busy actually focusing on the game, obviously, but I've been seeing all kinds of beautiful pixel backgrounds and just all kinds of stuff here. Just it's a beautiful. The amount of effort that's gone into making this game look this beautiful and pretty, even for stuff that most people are going to miss, is just like it's amazing. So I just wanted to talk about that for a second. So
thank you. Yeah,
was
it's
there
a
like
labor of love.
Yeah, was there like an art style that was decided on from the beginning? Or
Yeah, I think we talked about that earlier, answering the question of RJF9. In the beginning, we hadn't really decided on art style yet. We were just prototyping and using some borrowed assets from the NES version of Gradius, for example.
Right.
So that was sort of like informing the visual direction. And then, well, after we kind of decided on wanting to use pixel art, we had to find, of course, somebody who was good at that, right? But good pixel artists are really difficult to come by. Most of them are very busy with their own project or other projects already. But our let's say our one-man art department is a very professional 3D modeler. So what that eventually boiled down to is that he created a lot of the stuff that you see in this game as 3D models, and then together with Hans, they flattened them and made sprites of those 3D models, not too dissimilar from something like Donkey Kong Country, you know. And then they edited those sprites with thicker pixel outlines and what have you.
Okay.
And that grew into the style. Hans is a big fan of like lots of particle effects as well, so that was also naturally added. And that because this game is made in Unity, and he is an expert in the engine. He loves to play around with shaders and lighting and all sorts of things. So it was really a matter of just sort of like going a bit crazy with the effects and the visual direction, and then in the end refining it and sort of making the whole thing cohesive. And a lot of the stuff that you see, there's also such a thing as like, it's a shoot 'em up, so you have to make things easily readable as well, right? Like you need to prioritize, like what objects are layered on top of others, or what objects are dangerous or you need to see at all times, and those sort of things, and what needs to stand out. For example, the missiles in the game, they're very dangerous because they will kill you whether you have a shield up or not. So they need to stand out. And we went through many iterations of the missiles to make them still stick out without making them super huge,
That makes sense, yeah.
And like, for example, the lighting effects in the game affect pretty much everything except those missiles, because if the lighting changes on those missiles, it's much tougher to see them. So they're pretty much exempt from the in-game lighting system.
I just got a trophy.
Yeah, nice.
Achieve a score multiplier
it's a lot,
of 30.
It's a lot of that, a lot of those things, And speaking of those missiles, also, Alter pointed out to me that I should warn you about the backpack missiles that the big robots shoot out.
Okay.
Because if you get behind them, they'll fire like heat-seeking missiles from the back, which is I think he saw you get caught by those on a few occasions.
Hans said that he put a 50 million plus score on the Jaeger board on Switch yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. On Jaeger, that's a really crazy score, actually. I was worried because I was playing a little bit. I was playing a little bit as well, and I put down 48 million. And I don't want to already discourage people right from the beginning before the game is even out, Like, oh, I'll never be able to get those scores. Because you absolutely can. That's the thing with shoot 'em ups, right? Like, a lot of games with, like, RPG mechanics, they'll let you level up your character and progress your character. And it's like this sort of meta progression idea. But with a shoot 'em up, the more you play it, the more you level up as a player. And you'll do better and better, and you'll start doing things that you thought were not even possible, like let's say a week or so back. So you might disparage your own skills, Skull, but I have full faith that you can climb those leaderboards if you keep at it.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And stay on top.
Also, it's a small thing, but I really love that there's a bit of a reflection in the sprite work. I mentioned this on my last stream as well. Like, sometimes whenever I shoot my bullets and they're blue, I could see the enemies starting to glow blue as the bullets go past them. It's a very tiny detail, but it just makes this game stand out compared to a lot of other pixel games.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. I always really like that when when there's actual like real-time
like right
lighting
here you
going
can
on
see as it's
in a
passing
2D
by
game.
the rocks. And it's not just making the rock glow blue. It's like different intensities of blue and on different sides of the rock, depending on where the bullet is in relation to it. Like it is something that I've noticed, and I just wanted to say that it is noticed and it is so cool.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Like Hans and our art man put in a lot of work into that.
Yeah, and it shows. When you said it's a labor of love, yes, I could tell. After playing games for East Asia Soft for 5 years, I can tell when people make games just to make a quick buck, and when people make games because they love games and they want to make a really good game. This is one of those, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, we like to think that ourselves, but it's nice when somebody else says it than if you say it yourself.
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned that you are a big fan of the genre. What are some of the games that were inspirations? I mean, you mentioned Gradius, you mentioned Area 88.
Yeah, sure.
So what else?
Yeah, it's tough to not, because I'm such a big fan of the genre. It's tough to not be inspired by a lot of other games. But I guess like for Gradius, apart from Area 88, you mentioned Gradius, and that sort of like that was my first side-scrolling shoot 'em up that actually played the NES version of Gradius. I got my NES in early 1990, with and yeah, Gradius was the first shoot 'em up that I actually really got into. And since this was the first shoot 'em up we made, I thought, oh, let's start at the basics. And I started looking at the level, like I started looking at the level designs of Gradius for inspiration. But then I started building on that with other influences as well. There's like a lot of like laser craziness that you find in a lot of Taito games, for example.
Yeah. Well, I think Gradius is the gold standard of shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, for me, for sure. Yeah. And yeah, so even though our game is not like a Danmaku or a bullet hell, like where you have to navigate mazes of bullets with a tiny hitbox, there are some Danmaku influences in our game. Like, for example, the 3 ships you can choose they're color coded the same way as the 3 ships you choose in Dodonpachi by Kate, for example.
Okay.
And they're sort of like archetypes correspond with those 3 ships as well. Like you have the middle ship, which is green, which fires like a wider spread and is like sort of like middle and everything, middle movement speed, middle offensive power. Then the red ship is the fastest and has the most concentrated fire. And then the blue ship is the slowest and has the most spread out fire, for example.
Yeah.
So there was definitely a very, not like, sometimes you get inspired unconsciously, but that was a very conscious inspiration to use there, for example.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
And there's a ton more. I could talk for hours about this stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna open up the floor in the chat. If anyone has any questions for me to ask Mikael, please go ahead. Hans, please feel free to chime in with any of your random thoughts, anything you want to say as well. I mean, I'm busy.
He's been doing a good job, I think.
Oh, good. I'm busy focusing on the game, obviously. I saw Hans talk about, restart syndrome has begun. Well, when I only have 1 life and I get an early death in a stage, I'm going to decide, well, may as well just restart instead of play it out.
This is a lesser known fact, but you can back out of Jaeger mode, and you can go back to any previous checkpoint you ever sort of unlocked.
Cool. Oh, I got an extra life. I don't want to back out now.
There you go. Yeah. But there's like on the ship select screen, there's a tiny text on the bottom that says select checkpoint, and you can actually go back to all, like, I think it saves up to 100 checkpoints automatically.
Oh, wow. That is incredibly generous.
Yeah, it's but I think like maybe for our next game we can be a little bit more clear with UI. A lot of people miss that. There's always
UI is one of those tricky things. When it's good, you don't notice, and when it's bad, you can't unnotice it. So
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, UI is underrated, underappreciated aspect of video game design.
Yeah. Yeah, we basically had no experience with it, and we just learned by doing.
That's
you
fair.
learn from your mistakes, and yeah, we had a little bit of help with the UI design as well. I'm a professional UXer.
Next game in the works. Well, I think we were talking earlier about potentially doing a sequel to this. Were you interested in maybe making other games outside of this series? Maybe not even another shmup, maybe something else?
Yeah, we have a whole box of ideas, pretty much. Like, we have a whole bunch of concepts. We actually started out our budding video game development careers making something more real-time strategy-like, more RTS-like.
Okay.
But that was a project that sort of like outgrew its size and like became way too ambitious. And then we decided like, okay, let's make sort of a slimmed down version of that, like a streamlined version of that. But that lacked all the spice of the bigger thing that we were working on. So we kind of lost our enthusiasm for it. And sometimes we joke about let's save shmups, but shmups saved us because once we decided to just go for it and make a shoot 'em up. Yeah, that actually helped us to manage to finish a project.
Well, now
we're not we're definitely not done with the genre. Oh, for sure, yeah.
I got another extra life.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing about the scoring system as well. Like it kind of escalates, you know. Once you start getting those golden bullets and you start racking up that multiplier, all of a sudden you'll see your score skyrocket as well.
Oh, there you go. Oh, this is actually a really good question. Oh, wow. So Hans says that about a third of the total development time for him was just optimizing it for Switch. That's, again, very, very grateful for that. You could have just said, nah, just get a Switch 2 and it'll fix itself. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to optimize it for the base system. That, trust me, it is not unnoticed.
Us part of the indie Switch developers also have yet to receive or be able to get our Switch 2 development kits. So we basically, whatever happened would happen to the game on Switch 2, we were basically doing that blind. But we're happy to confirm that it runs even better on the Switch 2.
Glad to hear that. So this is actually a really good question from Noisy Either Sakura. What's the secret as an indie? Staying afloat and still making your game? Yeah. That's a great question.
Yeah, it's a very good question, and it's not so easy to answer because we can only answer for our particular situation, right? There's many different types of indies and that do things in a different way. As for us, we still have our day jobs, so we do this for the love. We do it on the side. Of course, we would love to be able to make it a sustainable business. So please, everybody, buy our game. But yeah, it's. I mean, it has its pros and its cons. It means that we're not depending on making a surefire hit to keep on making games because we still have our other work to fall back on. But on the other hand, we don't have the time to spend. Like, we cannot spend all our time on game development, you know. So that's the tricky part as well. So we have to do it in the evening hours, in the weekends, and or we have to take time off for it. Oh, you did something.
I did something?
Yeah. You picked the bottom portal. Like this is what I was talking about unlocking harder routes.
Oh.
If you manage to kill the third mini boss of a phase, of the third stage, with a golden shield active, you open a second portal that you can choose to fly through, and that puts you on a more difficult route. That puts you on a higher loop, on a higher phase.
Hey guys, so I did a thing.
Yeah, so you got a trophy for that as well, right? Oh,
yeah, I got a few trophies finishing phase 4 and 5 and
skipping a beat is the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, that is a good question, and I love your answer, Hans. The Neo Geo is a tremendous system, especially for games like this. If you could pick one system to play this game on, what would it be?
Yeah. The Neo Geo is a great answer. Yeah. I only wish I had one back in the days. You know, like back in the days they were expensive. Nowadays they're still expensive. They're even more expensive now.
Yeah,
especially the games have become even way more expensive.
Yeah, I think the cheapest game for me, if I wanted one, an English language game for the Neo Geo AES would cost me over $100, and that's the absolute bare minimum. So. But like as far as like game systems in the modern era, what game would you prefer to play on, or would you just prefer PC?
I'm not so beholden to a particular console or system, you know, like because my first system was at home was an NES. I will always love Nintendo systems for sure. But yeah, I mean, I play on pretty much everything. Like I have a whole, like a whole museum almost at home of all like older consoles and everything. Sega Saturns.
Yeah, same. I think I have every single thing after the Super Nintendo. I think I have everything. So.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm going to have to restart this level. I'm going to just go as far as I can first, though.
Yeah.
So, for me personally, I usually prefer Switch whenever I can, especially now that Switch 2 is out and it plays games just so well. Just because of the fact that you could take it everywhere. Like, if you're taking a plane trip or a car trip or something like that, you could just take it with you and you get the full experience.
Yeah. No, exactly. I buy a lot of the, like, let's say, compilations or re-releases of older games on the Switch as well, because I just love the idea of having them on the go, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, for example, your Neo Geo games, to have that on arcade archives, like going on holidays, like I was on holiday in Italy with my kids and my wife, and then just even, because nowadays you cannot find arcades in too many places anymore.
Right.
But you can put the Switch on its little kickstand and grab 2 controllers and at least play outside while you're having a drink. That way, you know.
And the Switch is great for vertical games because it has built-in Tate mode too. So
for sure,
really cool. But again, guys, this is on all consoles, not just Switch. So if you have only an Xbox, first of all, why? Second of all, there you go. You could get it for that too.
I mean, it's funny, like. I actually really love the fact that our game is also available on Xbox, and that's mostly because I love the 360. That was my favorite Xbox console, and that was like really the shoot 'em up console of the time as well. Like I imported my first.
That's a good point, actually. I hadn't thought about
game
that.
for the 360 as well. Mushima Sama Futari, I imported that like in 2010 or 2011 for the Xbox 360, and it was really my shoot 'em up console as well. Shoot 'em ups and fighting games.
So yeah, Han's saying that he's on vacation. That's what he has, I assume, the Switch, and also a Steam Deck. I don't have a Steam Deck. I have friends who swear by it, though.
Yeah. I think it's cool. Yeah,
I see what you mean about this being harder. This route that I ended up taking.
Yeah, you're fighting like 3 robots at the same time here, 3 mechs.
Yeah, I need to make more liberal use of my special.
Yeah, oh yeah, you really need to, because this ship's missile swarm special is you're getting hammered by those green projectiles as well to shut down your ship. Yeah, prioritize those green ships that shoot the green snot projectiles.
Yeah, I'm slowly learning this stage, and the more I learn, I get a little farther each time. So
exactly, that's what it's all
about. I'm very
about.
grateful I picked up those 2 extra lives in the previous stage now.
Yeah, if you're beholden to just physical media only, then the Steam Deck is not that great, of course.
Yeah.
And I prefer the Switch to the Steam Deck because of its hybrid nature. You know, you can you can put it up and detach controllers, and you can dock it and play it on the big screen. So I like the flexibility that it affords.
Great tip, Hans. So RJF9 is asking, what's the process of creating the superb score and making it support and work so well with the sound effects? This is a really nice score, the soundtrack here. Yeah, that's the soundtrack was composed by a friend in Canada, at Tremblay, who for the longest time had a YouTube channel focused on shoot 'em ups and reviewing the shoot 'em ups from his own collection. And he did a few soundtracks on games as well, but he also used a lot of his own music on his YouTube channel, and I always loved the sound of it and felt, that this fits the genre to a T. Like it reminded me of so many classic shoot 'em up OSTs. So I think when we started dabbling in video game development back in 2013, I went on Ed's YouTube page and I told him if we ever decide to make a shoot 'em up, I'm going to come back to you and ask you to work with us on the score. And when we started making Schildmaid MX in 2020, that's exactly what I did. I went back to Ed and said hey, let's work together. Nice.
And it's this thing where his music also made us step up the art direction and the graphics of the game quite a lot.
Really?
Because he started working on it very quickly and banged out a few tracks very quickly already, and they were of such high quality that we felt like, okay, now the rest, the looks of the game have to match up to how good the music is, you know?
Yeah, the music is awesome. Let's see. I'm struggling to just stay alive at this point, so...
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna try and catch up on the chat a little.
Yeah, it's a busy chat today.
It is. Love to see it. Please keep
Yeah,
chatting
that's
away,
great.
chat. Yeah, again, if you guys have any questions that you would like to be answered, then please go ahead and ask them.
We're here for it. Both
why
in the
we're
chat
here.
and on the mic.
Bullet Master, absorb 5,000 enemy projectiles. I also love how it actually does pop up every once in a while telling you how close you are to the next achievement. Like, it actually gives you something to aim for. So...
It's also something I have to credit Hans for. Like, you know, I concern myself a lot with the level design and the game design and everything, but he put so much thought and work into all the other stuff around it as well.
Thank you, Hans. I know I could get through this. Got close.
You can,
so.
for sure. Yeah.
I'm very thankful that Jaeger mode allows infinite continues, essentially, so...
Oh, yeah. It's a decent way to quickly practice without having to go into actual practice mode.
If I somehow manage to beat EX Jaeger mode today, maybe I'll go back to Krieger now I got in a bit of practice.
Yeah, the stages of Krieger are not as hard, but it's less forgiving, of course, because you don't get your checkpoints and everything.
Yeah. So what was the process behind deciding those kinds of rules for the stages, I guess? Like, deciding, okay, Jaeger you get continues, Krieger you don't, and then there's all the other different difficulties and modes as well. Was it trial and error, or from the beginning did you think, oh, we want to have a mode that does this and then mode that does this? What was the process of that?
So we have this one mode called Chimera mode, right? Which is the endless mode. That was basically the whole game in the initial phase. Like, the whole game was just an endless thing. But then, you know, like, sort of in the vein of ancient arcade games like Donkey Kong. Like, you just have like 3-4 stages and they loop infinitely and get harder and harder and harder and just see how far you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sort of like, it evolved from there. Like, we had a little bit of pushback from our testers, and also me and Hans had some discussions about it. So then we thought, like, okay, like, we have a bunch of stages. Let's just distribute them over various modes. So you have like modes of varying difficulties and various rules, and it's a very shoot 'em up thing as well. They have like different ranges and different modes with different kind of like scoring rules or different like focuses and emphasis. Yeah, it's a bit tough to go into all the details of it, but that's sort of the idea about how that all grew.
It's amazing. I'm finding all the enemy projectiles that didn't exist until they collided with my ship. Every single one. It's amazing. Really.
Yeah. Oh, in a tough spot.
I'll get this. I'm getting close.
For sure. Yeah, it's also like, especially if you like not like if you don't know the stages 100% in and out yet, like knowing at least when to use your special attack is very crucial.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing to ask. Since you guys made the game, you know the stages, you know everything about it. Did you find during playtesting that meant you had to make them easier for people, or maybe even harder in some ways? Like, what were the differences you had to make to them between making the game and then having other people actually play it?
There's this danger with people called developer difficulty, right? Where you know the game so well that it starts to become easy to you, and then as a result you start cranking up the difficulty because you think the game is too easy, and then people start actually playing it.
Yeah,
And,
Rayman
yeah,
is one of
they'll
those
find it
games.
impossible. Exactly. So some people are actually in the chat here right now, but we had like a bunch of people testing the game already from the alpha stages, and it's people of different cloths. Like we had some like world record holder shoot 'em up players. We had some absolute beginners, some people that actually only play like RPGs and everything. So people of all sorts of different experience and skill levels. And yeah, that really helped us to balance the game and keep things in perspective at all times.
Okay.
The whole I think we kind of set out to make a game that could be enjoyed by like really expert players, but also be at the same time, and this sounds almost like a folly, like something impossible. Also at the same time be kind of like welcoming to newcomers, you know?
Yeah.
Like get more people into the genre, because we love shoot 'em ups, so we want more people to play them as well. And I think also through having all these different modes of different skill levels, which like all the different stages are distributed over. Yeah, I think we got quite far in achieving that goal. I like to think.
I think so too. As someone who is only a casual fan of the genre, this is a standout, and it's tough, but not only is it tough but fair, but it's addicting even. Like, I actually want to keep going. I want to get better.
Yeah, not just because you need to keep playing and fill the stream, right?
No, not just because of that. This is a tough final boss for this stage, though.
Yeah, because it's two of those flagships.
Here we go.
Yeah. What a tip to deal with that, because you can get easily cornered by a hail of bullets when you don't have your shield up, when you're in danger mode, is to basically start at either the top or the bottom of the screen when you go into that fight, and then like sort of like go all the way to the top or to the opposite height or bottom of the screen, you know. So because they fire a lot of aim bullets, so then you'll naturally go to the spaces where there are less projectiles.
I see. Okay.
If you stay in the middle in between those two ships, it's very tough. Or if you evade too late.
Well, I'm going into stage 3-2 with no lives, so I have to do this perfectly.
Good luck.
I'll give it a few tries. If I struggle too much, then I'll just swap over to Creeker mode and try that again. I've been warming up for an hour now, so... But so far, so good, actually.
It's also not so easy to talk and
keep also
in the chat and play and concentrate on this game as well. Right?
So hopefully you won't have to play your game while you give interviews or anything.
Exactly. We don't wish it to our worst enemies.
Yeah, like I said, I just need to get better at remembering I can use the special as much as I want. I'm used to to shoot 'em ups having like a finite number of them, but here, as long as it's charged, you can use it whenever. So
exactly, and you charge it by destroying enemies, and there's a lot to destroy. And this ship also, this missile swarm that it has, it's the cheapest special to use.
Oh,
so
nice!
It recharges the quickest out of the 3 ships as well.
So this is the Hydra. This is the one that you would recommend to first-time players?
Definitely. We actually put the lowest difficulty on the Grive because blue ship, because it has like the shortest danger period, and it has the longest base shield time as well. But it's also kind of slow, you know. It's EX, it's special, it's a bit tougher to use.
I just
hit
it's 10 million
so clear
points.
Immediately what it does. Nice.
What's
Making
my
history.
trophy list looking like? I'm at 68%. Let's go.
68. Yeah. Nice.
Bullet hell, nobody's gotten this yet. Absorb 15,000 enemy projectiles, but that's one of those where you just have to play the game long enough and it'll unlock itself.
Because you don't have to do it in one run. It's just like a total tally. The game keeps stats. Yeah.
Clear Jaeger mode without using checkpoints. Wow, 12.5% people beat the command ship boss, beat the hunter boss, kill 15,000 enemies. Again, just play the game long enough and you'll get that.
Exactly.
die
That's
after
all
a
we asked
stage was
for.
already completed. No, you didn't. You did not make that possible.
It is possible, yeah.
No, that's just mean.
But we're not absolute sadists, so you actually don't lose a life when that happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like a pratfall. It's more like a little slapstick joke, you know?
Well, every other trophy has been unlocked, so theoretically somebody could get a platinum here any day now.
Yeah. Oh, Josh is in the chat
Yeah,
as well.
hi Josh. You think I'm doing well?
Nice.
Hi, I see you haven't been here for very long.
Yeah. Yeah, we met Josh in Japan last year at the Tokyo Game Show, where we were lucky enough to exhibit the game. So it was really fun times.
Oh, that's
It was
great.
really good times.
Oh, here's a good question. Miguel, what do you think about my skill in the game so far?
I think right now it's a bit tough to say because you're
Because I'm
interviewing me and
multitasking.
talking and you're multitasking. But I saw you the last stream and you were picking up very quickly. You were like getting the idea of the game very quickly. So I'm impressed.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you lying just to make me feel better in front of all these people.
Not at all.
Nah, I kid. So, man, like I'm just thinking like what the journey must have been like from just making this game for the fun of it to now getting like a full console release, which is like that's when you know you've made it as a game developer, when it gets a release on consoles, especially a physical release. Like that's oh man, I got far. That's a big deal, and I'm very happy for you.
Is.
But
yeah,
like
it feels very official now. Oh, we actually made something really, really legit.
Yeah. Now it's getting a physical release, which means that people will be able to play it for decades to come.
Exactly.
I don't know how much you know about Switch collectors, but they're kind of nuts, and I can say that because I am one. They will go after anything that got a physical release, and they will go out of their way to play it and share that with others just so that those games are loved and played forever. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and there's so many physical releases for Switch now.
Oh yeah,
I would get anxiety if I would want to collect each and every single one of them. And some of them are really limited.
I know.
Releases.
There was a time when I was going after them all. I gave up. I actually have a spreadsheet here of how many games were released physically worldwide. It is, as of this week, 3,921 games.
Wow, that's massive.
So we're going to hit 4,000 here, maybe by the end of the year.
Yeah, and not only do you have limited games from the likes of Limited Run and Strictly Limited, the companies that have limited
I guess
in their titles.
Our games aren't limited, but we do have limited editions. Make sure to get yours.
For sure. But there's even like games that have even smaller print runs. Like for example, like NG Dev Team, they manufacture their own physical releases and then put them on their website, and they're sold out the pre-orders within the hour usually.
Yeah, that's
really small print runs. Like those are really hard to get. I got me a copy of Gunlord X on the aftermarket because I really wanted to have a copy of it.
I'm trying to think if I have that game, or if I did at one point. I don't remember. I remember
it was on the mailing list, but by the time I got the email, it was usually already sold out. So I got an aftermarket sealed release because you only can find those games sealed because that's how they keep their value. People are able to ask for more money for them.
Yeah.
I paid a little bit under 100 euros for it, so it's a bit much for a game that's not that old yet, but screw it. Sometimes
but you really wanted that game.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I just I have to do it. I try not to, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I believe me, I get it. Let's see.
But yeah, it's such a crazy feeling to now in my own personal collection to have like a our own game sitting in there, you know.
Yeah, here's another great question from our JF9. Does it feel any different being a designer with a game released on all consoles and mediums? Do you have a deeper understanding of games as a result?
Game released on all consoles and mediums.
Like, now that you know what it takes to make all of it happen, do you understand it better than before when you were just buying games and playing them?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, just making games as opposed to only playing them already makes you look at all video games differently, actually. You know, knowing what goes into making one, also, like, let's say, if we just stick to the genre of shoot 'em ups, I used to have a pretty broad taste in them. Like, oh, I could sort of understand and appreciate all sorts of like design philosophies and look at it like, oh, well, this is valid or that is valid as well. But now that we made our own game, I have more of a, let's say, stronger opinion on what I like and dislike as design tendencies in the genre, you know?
Yeah. Actually, that makes me wonder, were there any ideas that you had to scrap from the game? Or was there anything that you really wanted to do but you were unable to, either because time prevented it, or you just couldn't figure out how to program it, or skill issue?
Yeah.
Like, anything like that?
Skill issue. more of a time thing, I guess, but we would have loved to have like a two-player simultaneous co-op mode in it, of course. And I think it would be really fun in this game because, let's say, one of the players loses their shield, then the other player who still has a shield could protect the other player by flying into the range of fire, for example. You know, it could really be. Shoot 'em ups are not always fun two-player co-op because they can get so hectic, but I could see it being really fun in this game.
I think
but
so
yeah,
too.
at that point, since we want to make a sort of sequel anyway, this is the kind of thing that we can move on to a sequel, you know?
You could just call it Schildmaid MX 2P for 2-player.
Exactly. There you go. You heard it here first.
If you use that name, I get a quarter. As in 25 cents for the name.
Yeah, Hans says, I have newfound respect for the actual magicians at Nintendo. Games like Breath of the Wild, even running on the Switch, is incredible. Yeah, because of course Hans spent like so much time like making the game run and optimizing it on the Switch. Like, yeah, if you think of the games that Nintendo has released on that system, it's pretty mind-blowing.
Ooh, boy, stayed alive somehow. Okay.
Yeah, well done, well done. Yeah, use your weapon. Use your EX right now. Because you're getting targeted by all those lasers. That cleared out a lot of them. Okay. Yeah, move forward, move forward, move forward.
Yep.
Good.
Oh no, I got hit by something.
Yeah, you were in the middle of a cloud of angry red bullets. Almost got him. But this is pretty insane. This stage is like super hard, and you're trying to do it without any excess lives.
Yeah.
At the end of the stage, you were very close to an extra life because the next extra life is at 12 million.
Oh, okay. Well, nice. I'll be maybe I'll get one this time. Yeah, I lost a lot of my lives on the first stage. If I had known, like, how much harder it would get, I might have. I don't know if I would have reset or not, because by running on such few lives right now, it's forcing me to intentionally try and play a little more carefully, a little less recklessly. My play style is absolutely to play recklessly for most games, so, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're just speaking very not nuanced tones, the whole key to getting through these insanely hard stages in this game is basically not dropping your shield.
Yeah.
Once you lose your shield, it's very tricky in these insane modes.
Yeah, it gets hard though, because you gain shield by destroying enemies, and sometimes there's just no enemies for you to kill.
Yeah, then you need to start spacing out your kills, like not kill them too quickly, so you leave some on screen that you can still kill. Because of course, you don't want to kill enemies when your shield meter is already topped up, because then you lose basically those resources.
Yeah, you know what I call that? I call that good game design.
Thanks. Yeah, and the other thing is, of course, like, yeah, you have your shield up, but that doesn't mean you're safe. There's missiles flying around. There's like these green projectiles that try to shut down your shield. Lasers will not kill you when your shield is up, but they will negatively affect the duration of your shield. So you don't want to sit too long inside a laser, even with your shield up. So there's still a lot to keep track of. So, yeah, and it gets just really busy. So
it gets crazy.
Oh, just don't lose your shield. Is easier said than done, of course.
Yeah, and of course when my shield's up, that also means I can point press a bit, which hopefully means I get an extra life a lot sooner. This is going really well, actually. I say, before I find a way to fail somehow. Here, let me go ahead and check the chat again. Okay, were there any questions up near the top that I missed? Did you always want the EX weapons to nullify enemy attacks?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the EX weapons are the only way to get rid of enemy missiles, and they're not exactly free, but you can use them quite frequently. But the drawback is, of course, is that if you use them all the time, it will negatively affect your score if you're really score chasing, because they'll cancel out valuable golden projectiles as well.
Oh, here we go.
So if you're a real maniac, you'll lose your you'll use your EX weapon less, actually. If you're a real scoring maniac.
Didn't see that missile until I ran right into it. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it one more try, and then no matter what happens, I'll back out and do Krieger mode.
By the way, good to see you on here, BB, as well. BB is a developer of a game called Operation Steel. We sort of run in the same circles.
Okay.
Yeah, and on Steam we have bundled up with him with Operation Steel, Schildmaid MX, Dead End City, which is also published for consoles by East Asia Soft. Maybe you might have played that one, Skull, with the it's like sort of the Mad Max inspired shoot 'em up with the little cars.
It sounds familiar, yeah. You'll have to forgive me if I don't remember it off the top of my head. I play 3 games a week sometimes, so.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, probably.
Yeah, Terra Flame is another game that's in that bundle, and Soapstar by Studio Banana Bytes.
Well, that makes it a lot easier for me to justify backing out there. Okay. Oh, I've got a lot of DC now, actually. I could unlock yet another mode, like Chimera mode or Seeger mode.
Yeah.
What are these two all about?
So Chimera mode is basically the first of 2 endless modes, where it starts off at a little bit more, well, in comparison to EX, Chimera mode at least, a little bit more of it in a chill spot. And you get the most powerful ship in the game, so you might want to give that one a try, because it gives you an all-new ship. It basically has like all of the pluses of the 3 other ships, but none of the drawbacks. But you only get 1 life, and there's no way to get extra lives. So you just have to get as far as you can with this overpowered ship on a single life.
Okay.
And then Seeger mode is basically a long continuous stage that, if you manage to get to the end, will last about 12 minutes. But it's pretty hard.
I believe you. If I were to go to the leaderboard,
it's like a real
go to Seeger mode. Oh, look who's at the top.
Yeah, who's that? And if you see there, that's also the longest time that somebody in this version of the game
4 minutes.
That's only a 4 minutes survival, so that's not even halfway.
You made the game and you've only made it 4 minutes.
Yeah, if I lock in, I can do it, but I just
I have enough DC. I can actually buy both of these. I'm going to try them both out.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to try Seeger mode. This is
Can Can I suggest you? Oh, no, never mind.
Sorry.
I suggest you to try Chimera more as a, let's say, a palate cleanser first, because this gets stupid very quickly.
Well, I was planning on doing this just to get it out of the way and then going back to Chimera and actually trying for that.
Fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, this mode is introduces some of those really late game stage concepts in a single continuous stage.
Okay.
And it's short but super intense. And yeah, you basically it tests your full-on mastery of the game's mechanics.
I see. Well,
So
if I
your
can make
shield-
it even a
your
minute
shield
and a
training-
half, I'll be number 2 on the leaderboard. So
That is true. Yeah. So yeah, it tests your your ability to chain your shield, like shield combo, and you know how well you manage to use your EX attacks as well.
I see.
Yeah, the backpack missiles.
But it gave me 2 lives, so that is nice.
Yeah, this one gives you 2 lives, and you can get extra lives in this mode.
Oh,
as well.
how generous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this mode also really requires some memorization and some planning and some strategizing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because there's some really stupid things happening.
Yeah.
Like this. It takes a bit of planning to get through.
Okay. I did it. Let's go.
Yeah. 1 minute and 38 seconds. Where are you on the leaderboard? Oh, there you go. Number 4.
I'm number 4. Okay. Time-wise, I'm number 2, but points-wise, I'm number 4. You know what? I'll take it. I'm in top 5.
Definitely.
Never mind that there's only 5 spots. Anyway,
yeah.
There we go. And I have my golden boy name right there. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and I am number 1 on EX Jaeger, so that's good.
Oh yeah, 11 million. Beat that. That should be that's like throwing down the gauntlet, right?
There you go. You guys know what you have to do. You now have to buy this game and beat my score.
Exactly. You cannot let this stand.
Let's try Chimera mode.
So access to the Chimera, the strongest ship in the game. 1 life only. Extra lives not possible. The one true endless mode.
Okay.
Basically abuse the special attack of the ship as well to get as far as you can.
Yeah,
Andreas says, fast.
Andreas says, I can only play in easy mode. That's fine, Andrea. The last time I played this game on Sunday, I only played on easy mode essentially, and I had a blast. It was still a fun challenge.
Yeah.
But it just shows you so much about the game, and it makes you want more, even after you beat it. So
that was the whole conceit behind that mode as well. Like we want everybody to be able to complete it, but also to not feel like, oh, this game is just going super easy on me. You know, it still throws up a little bit of a challenge.
So Chimera is truly endless. That means you could play it forever.
Yeah.
As long as you don't die.
In the Steam version, the 2.0 version, we had one player who's better than me and Hans by a long shot. He's like pretty much the best player of the game. He managed to stay alive for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Which is really long, and he had like a stupid, I think over 200 million score or something like that. But that's still not, by far not even all the stages in the game that he got to see in that time.
Did you like give him a cameo or something in the version 3 as a reward?
We got him his own special title in the game. So like in the Steam version, it's a little bit more customizable. We can patch it and update it more as we like. So he got his own custom title on it that nobody else has.
Saw that coming. But hey, look at me. I am on the leaderboard for that too now.
Hey, Karina.
I'm not even last place either.
No, exactly.
All right, you're top. You lasted for a hair under 10 minutes. And
yeah, Yeah.
the second highest has lasted 5. So I guess I'm going to see if I can't. Well, even if I just reach 3, that looks like it'll be an achievement. So I'll try and hit 3 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, if you just like, if I won't bother you too much while talking, and you make sure to abuse that special attack, you can easily do it.
All right. No, please, you're the guest. Please talk to your heart's content. Oh, that's a good question, actually. Dim is asking, would the score be able to get to 1 trillion? So I guess in more general terms, like, is the game programmed to just keep adding zeros correctly to the score, or is there a cap, or does it roll over at some point or anything like that?
It must at some point roll over. I'll let Hans answer that question. I don't know how he coded that behind the scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we over 200 million is the highest that somebody can get. Somebody got, and I don't know if it's possible to get to 1 billion.
Well, maybe Hans.
The game just gets.
Yeah. I was just catching up on chat there.
Yeah.
I also really appreciate that the EX weapon can destroy missiles. Very convenient.
Yeah, exactly. And the EX attack of this ship basically uses all 3 EX attacks at the same time. So you shoot out the missiles, you fire off this gigantic FU laser, and also you get the EX shield around you, which also absorbs enemy missiles and lasers.
Yeah, I see. This is great.
And it does counter damage to everybody that's shooting at you as well. So use it a lot.
Yep.
If at any point you feel like, oh, this is hairy, just fire away.
If I could get it charged up first, yeah.
Yeah. It charges up fairly quickly as well.
Oh, yep.
Here you already have full one again.
Yep.
The only of course, you don't want to be without it when you need it most. So that's
right
still there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm up to almost 2 minutes.
Exactly. Doing well. You see how the ship's options also just auto-target a lot of stuff on screen as well.
I've seen that. That's great.
It almost plays itself, the ship.
It kind of almost does, but you still have quite a bit of control as well. It's very intuitive. Like, I've never once felt like I was struggling to target an enemy or anything like that. It's you guys did a tremendous job of making it like very, very easy to pick up.
Thank you. So maybe there's a couple of hidden mechanics that are useful for you to know. Let's see, squeeze through. Yeah, good stuff. Good job. Every time you activate a shield, it does counter damage to the enemy that fired the bullets that you activate your shield off. So and it does like 10% to that enemy's HP. So if it's like a small enemy with only 1 HP, it does nothing pretty much. But if it's a bigger enemy or a boss, you do a big chunk of damage just by activating your shield off of it.
Okay.
So when you have those cover enemies like robots also, sometimes you might want to go after the bullets that they fire to activate it, so you soften them up quite nicely. But that kills them much quicker. And also, the higher your active multiplayer is, and when your shield is up, the more actual damage you're doing.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Also, Hans said that it uses a 32-point integer, or 32-bit integer, so 2 billion something is the theoretical high score.
Right. That's good to know.
Yeah. I kind of figured it was something like that. Just I know a thing or two about how programming works, so
nice.
Now it's good to have
then
that.
You already know more than me.
All right. Well, I hit my 3-minute goal. I guess now it's up to me to try and hit 5 so I can beat yours. Not to one-up you on your own stream or anything, but well.
No. It's great. Like I love to see it happen. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be something else, is that you get to see other people play your game.
Exactly, and it's actually really cool to see other people become better at us at our own game. Like, you hate you hate it to be the fact that we would just sit on top of the leaderboards indefinitely ourselves all the time.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, it's a sign that people
Oh.
are playing and enjoying the game when they get that good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And now, the amount of players you've had on PC through Steam and itch.io, now it's being released on console, on every console.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of people playing this who wouldn't have even heard of it otherwise.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a big thing. I'm really excited about that to see that happen. So Vintage 76 sounds like they know a thing or two about the game already. Those damn lasers. You know it.
Whew, I'm up to 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, you're doing well. Well, let me not jinx it. Right? Because
Here's
one
some
mistake
wood. I
is,
just knocked on it. Oh boy.
yeah. One mistake in this mode is just that's the end of it already.
I'm making
think that's-
liberal use of the laser. It's helping a lot.
Yeah.
I
The
guess.
idea that a shoot 'em up in which you want to get hit also sort of helps with that not everything is deadly all the time, right?
Yeah.
So that helps with the approachability of the game as well.
Yeah,
with
and
just
I
the
really
core game
appreciate that
mechanics.
all the different projectiles are different colors. It makes me just glance at it and know whether it's safe to hit or if I should try and get away as fast as possible.
Right, you're right.
Again, just really good game design.
So you see what happened there? You killed the flagship with just your shield activation.
Oh, I missed that.
You flew
Yeah,
into
you're
the
right.
bullet and you destroyed the whole ship without even your shots touching it.
That's great. Cool. Okay.
Sometimes you can just like hang back and when you're not yet fully recovered or ready to activate your shield again, and then only activate it at the last moment. Also, your multiplier is only active when your shield is active, so you want to kill bosses while your shield is up, so you get more points, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to be careful. If this goes on for too long, I'm going to get the false impression that I know what I'm doing in this game. I'm up to, almost 6 minutes now in this mode. Whew. If you really wanted to make like a super hard mode, you could have a true endless, but you don't get access to your EX weapons.
Oof, yeah, but would it be fun? Like, I'm more of a proponent of, like, okay, making it insane, but giving you enough tools to deal with it as well, Because it's more like
I agree.
intense
I wouldn't
rather
find
than
it
just
fun.
hard and frustrating. Yeah.
I wouldn't personally find it fun, but I know a lot of people love shoot 'em ups that are insanely hard. Like Ikaruga comes to mind. So,
yeah.
So I'm sure someone out there would appreciate it.
Yeah, it's always subjective. It's a matter of taste, of course.
It is.
I think like your typical shoot 'em up player, especially like of modern shoot 'em ups, loves the idea of just having a lot of destructive power at their fingertips, right?
Yeah.
The game should be stupid hard, but also you should have all the tools to deal with it.
Ooh boy.
And I kind of agree with that philosophy as well. So it's not so much just being hard or like a slog to play. It's more a matter of intensity rather than just sheer difficulty.
I agree. I think that's a great philosophy as well. That the game
Ooh.
needs to be fun.
That was so good. How you dodge that?
I don't.
I thought you were gone for sure. You got touched by a green projectile. It shut down your shield, and then all those suicide bullets were coming after you. But
I
you
got lucky.
Yeah, you managed to stay
I
alive.
don't know what to say.
You're alive for 7 minutes already.
Yeah, at 7.5 even.
Yeah.
Soaking
not
up
jinx
these
it.
gold projectiles. I love the gold ones. They're, it means that I've maxed out.
Exactly. Gotta slobber up all the gold.
I remember this stage.
Yeah.
scary.
I'm getting a bit quiet now, but that's just because I'm admiring your
Appreciate it.
skills right now. Yeah.
We're coming towards the end of the stream here. Like, is there anything else that you want to just say or talk about? Anything that comes to mind that we haven't touched on yet?
I think we discussed a lot of topics, right? And we're gonna be on next Friday as well, right?
That's the plan, I believe.
Yeah, that was the idea. So that is the post-launch stream. So I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about at that point.
Like how I'm mysteriously no longer on any of the leaderboards. I don't want to be. I want to believe there's at least a dozen people out there who will buy this game and get much higher scores than me.
But I also want you to keep on playing, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. Expert use of the EX attack there.
Yeah,
you got rid of all the
eyeing
problems.
it, just waiting on it to activate, and
this is a real nasty one because you got that laser sort of cramping your space as well.
Dude.
Okay, now you can choose the top route, which is easier, or the bottom route, which is harder but gets you more multiplier bonuses.
On a stage where I only have one life, Hans wanted me to skip.
Skip. He wanted you to take the harder route.
Are you familiar with Sid from Ice Age?
No thanks, I choose life.
There you go. Damn Lord calls you a coward. Damn.
I'd rather be a coward and alive, Dem. It would have been hilarious if I had died right away, though.
Yeah.
But that's a crazy thing. Like, you saw how much I was dying even in Jaeger mode, which is easy, but here I am somehow... I've gotten this far without losing a life because there's no lives to lose, so...
Exactly, you have to play now. You can't be careless.
I'm doing a lot better than I expected, and I guess that goes to show, I've been getting better at the game. The hour and a half that I played before this, plus the other stream, like, it's just all working out so well. Oh, dear.
Everything is working as intended. It's all going according to plan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. Oh, boy.
Oh,
is this shield? Or were you reading that? Is the shield regeneration amount higher the bigger and tougher the enemy you destroy?
Yeah, that's true. If the enemies are bigger and tougher, you get more shield meter back from killing them. Yeah, it's a very good idea to get rid of those green snot ships, those corrupted ships.
Yeah, ever since you pointed that out, I've been trying to target them.
Yeah, because those can create real issues.
Yeah, the laser, that right there where it tries to aim wherever I am. Yeah, I don't like that. Makes it tough.
No, that's also nasty. You can, of course, like get ahead of them by using the barrel roll. So if you like go up the screen and roll, then it stops tracking you for a second, which is usually enough to outrun it.
Okay.
Whew.
So the barrel roll is one of our more subtle mechanics, and it basically confuses like seeking missiles and seeking lasers and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I haven't been using it too much, but whenever I've needed it and remembered I had it, it's been very handy.
It gives you a little bit more space to fly around in,
Yeah. Okay, I'm expecting this to be the stage where I die.
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes. Wow. Oh no!
Oh, you hit the missile on the top of the screen.
I didn't see it.
But you did really well.
What's that? 8.8 mil.
Exactly.
I assume. No, you're still in for. Okay, but I lasted longer than you. Okay.
You lasted longer, so that's good. But now you see like how and this is I was not even playing like super seriously yet but this is how you see how you can optimize your score, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You lasted like 2 minutes longer. And,
so I assume you took the bottom stage, the one that gives you a higher score multiplier.
Maybe I did.
That would make sense.
It's also a matter of like we've gotten so used to playing this game that we just like really optimize the golden bullet milking.
Oh,
you know?
that's fair. You know what? I think that's actually a good place to end for today.
Yeah, that was a great achievement as well.
It's okay. It's kind of okay-ish. It's aight.
Yeah. No, I mean, even if you're not number one on the leaderboard, at least you're number one time-wise, right? You survived the longest.
I'm the only person who's passed 10 minutes so far.
Exactly.
You all know what to do. Game releases Wednesday. Buy it and last for 11 and a half minutes to beat my time. You know what you have to do, everyone. Otherwise, that's where we're going to end it for today. Holy cow, had a lot of people show up. I want to give a big thanks to Hans in the chat for chatting about the game. Even though you weren't here on stream in the call, I still appreciate you. Thanks for being here and answering questions. And huge thanks to Mikael for being here as well, for talking with me, helping me, and encouraging me, and being such a good sport.
I loved it. It was really nice.
I just want to say congratulations to both of you on your upcoming console release. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people buy it and play it. And of course, don't forget, everybody, this game releases on Wednesday, and there is a physical version releasing for the Nintendo Switch. So ask Santa for this game for Christmas or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're just crazy excited about this. And, looking so much forward to the release.
Mikael, is there anything else that you want to say before we end the stream?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming on and for hanging out with us. And I look forward to seeing those leaderboards fill up come release. And I think because there's like a Switch version, a PlayStation version, or an Xbox version, there's like basically 3 extra sets of leaderboards to go through and to conquer. And I really look forward to seeing what is going to pop up on those.
Me too. Well, there you go, everyone. Schildmaid MX coming out on Wednesday, November 26th, digital and physical. Thank you again, Mikael, for joining me, and Hans in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat for coming out, hanging out, asking your questions. Shout out to the lurkers, and shout out to everyone watching on YouTube afterwards. And that's where we're going to end the stream. On behalf of East Asia Soft, I have been Skull, joined today by Mikael in the voice chat and Hans in the other chat, promoting their new game, Schildmaid MX. Have yourselves a great day and a great weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we're off.